Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. Doing some mods. We're gonna go back to May for one more episode, at least, like, immediately. I was given some cool seeds for this, and, by Kim, so we're gonna try out the one that, was, like, most recommended. You have to do this, so it's MPLVGHPY. So, let's go. Whoops. Sorry if that's loud. Yeah, so we're gonna try it out. Yes, I see why you said I have to try this. This looks really cool. Yeah, so Kim went through, found a bunch of different seeds. Pretty sure what they did was basically, like, look at just the first item room, which is why it's, like, so quick there. But this will be pretty cool to do. I was talking to Kim about, I think it was, may have been in the Steam messages or in comments and stuff, and be like, hey, just imagine, like, quad shot, and this is triple shot, so that's pretty darn close to being, you know, I mean, it's cool. So we're gonna go through with a triple shot, and that's gonna be a good time. I don't know if you know what, Kim, did you do any more of this, or just see the first item? Because by the time you respond, I'll be done with this done with the seed, because, you know, you're watching it. I was a little worried at first. I was a little worried at first. Because I may have different mods installed, and that could have changed what the item was, but seeing how it's triple shot, nah, it's probably this. It's probably this run. Ooh, Tinted Rock. I'd love to get that Tinted Rock. But, alas, poor Yorick. I knew thee well. So, holidays are coming up. How's everyone doing? Got any exciting plans? The day that this video comes out, I'm going to be meeting up with some family for a kind of like a pre-Christmas get-together. Usually happens with my family. Before-ish Christmas. We usually, I mean, it could be like the 7th or earlier. It's usually before Christmas. Get together with my grandmother and we hang out. And, you know, it's pretty good time. Sometimes. That's, they've accepted a lot of my picky demands when it comes down to food. I am not a big eater. I do not... Sorry, I'm a big eater. I'm not an adventurous eater a lot of the time. There are a lot of foods I do not like. I'm very picky. Sorry. I was watching one of the videos, because I pulled it up. One of these videos with the audio on, because I pulled it up to answer a comment, and it had the timestamp on it, so I just was... I was about to say reading through it, but I was watching through it so I could respond appropriately. Oh my god. I have a feeling... maybe you played a little more of this. Oh, yeah. I believe you may have played a little... Oh, I believe you may have played a little more of this. So, one of the things I noticed, and I didn't notice, like... It might be because I've been... genuinely have not been talking about the game while I'm playing this. I've been talking about a lot of other things. And... did I already do this run? I need to work on my, like, choice of words and stuff a little bit. I've just been... If you've been around the channel, sorry. I noticed I said and a lot in the video, which is probably a little bit to do with the fact that I've been recording these super late at night. It is 4:30 in the morning right now. It's a little late. Just been the easiest time for me to record. And I noticed that I kept trying to fill dead air. So, what's the best way to fill dead air? Say something. Like and ah. I feel like the volume is too quiet on this. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I think the volume's too quiet. Like, I think that may have actually had, like, literally no volume. Sorry, I needed... what game was I playing? I was recording something else. And... what's weird is I can hear this perfectly fine. It still seems too quiet. I'm looking at my volume mixer. Okay, we're putting it there. And we're calling it good. Looking at the volume mixer, so I turned down the volume on OBS, which basically just makes it so that OBS records it quieter. Because everything I've done did not affect the volume literally at all on my end. Which is, if I have audio problems, that's something I really need to work on. But with this series especially, I don't want that. With this series especially, I have been getting back into recording in longer sessions because or not necessarily longer sessions, but more frequently. And not talking about the game really, just because it's Isaac, you're watching mods. You really don't need me to run through the basics of how to play Isaac. If you do, I have other videos on Isaac where I talk about the basics on it. It's on Rebirth and Afterbirth when it first came out. But a lot of this has just been like a moment to talk, like have the mods running and then just yipper yap over it. Which I hope that you guys have been, enjoying that style. Basically just being an excuse to talk and have cool things on the screen while I talk. And I mean, I think you guys, I hopefully think you guys have, because this series has done very well reception-wise. I'm very thankful for that. It's been going very well. It's stayed very consistent with the views and everything, so thank you. Much appreciated. But with the... I don't know, I gotta get back into talking, and I actually made a mistake with the Undertale, which I think I started to rectify in the other episodes I recorded, but I was kind of treating it a little bit like this series, as in I'm just talking about, like, things rather than going over the new stuff. Because I have seen stuff about Undertale Undermine, so it's not all brand new. So I didn't actually need to read through. I had, like, that inkling, or whatever you want to call it. I had an idea. So, I will absolutely be working on that and working to avoid... What's the best terminology? Probably like I can't say that word, but it's like superfluous. I don't know how to say that word. I know what the word is. It means just extra filler words. Well, the way I'm using it is extra filler words. I'll try to avoid those. The i.e. the ahs. If you want to have way more fun with my videos, take a drink every time I say or ah. That'll... Please don't. Please don't. I don't want you to die. Ah, I don't think this item's very good. Wink. So I actually did look up what that item did, because I am not fresh up on what items do. At all. So I'm gonna forget, misconstrue... Not misconstrue, because I haven't told you guys. I don't think I've told you guys anything wrong. I hopefully will... I mean, literally, the more I play, the more I'll get accustomed to the items and stuff. You know... Did I even see the item room? I don't think I did. I don't care. I'm gonna try to... look, this run... super powerful. Once again, if I have something really powerful, I will probably try to just, like, progress through. No. Sorry, now I'm noticing it, like, a lot, and I apologize, 'cause I'm probably making you notice it. I'm... hopefully gaining a lot of my knowledge back. I did look up what that key does, and it was, if I remember correctly from when I did look it up, it was a +2 keys and increases your chance of getting consumables out of chests, which I don't know if that is what I want. Because I would rather get an item out of a gold chest rather than a consumable. Now, if it works towards red chests, absolutely. But those are things I'm never gonna care to learn, really. Not that they're not important and good to know, but for me, I don't care. I'm just not that guy. I'm that guy in other games. Not this one. Especially after the disgustingly long hiatus I took on the game. I... not exactly, but kind of have to relearn the game. So, a lot of the extra things. I'm really looking for a Spirit Heart generating item. Sorry, not just Spirit Heart generating. Literally anything that would be, like, life... So, no, sustainability. I'm looking for anything that'll help me sustain my run. What's this pill do? Balls. Toasty. Ooh, if I remember correctly, I love this one. Because, no more curse. I think it makes it so you can't, just, like, flat can't get curses anymore. No, I still haven't been to the item room. I better go you better go to the item room. Also, I will be trying to... I do not want this. Pull away! I do not want that. That one, I believe, is like you shoot your tier, it freezes in place for a little bit. I think it's like it freezes in place, and then you let go, and then they shoot off. I could be wrong about that. I remember hating the magnet, though. The black magnet. Oh man, no achievements. Get out of here. I don't care. Due to oh, whoops, I forgot. You don't just go away. Due to a lot of the... Yeah, it's useless. Positive response on this. I don't remember liking that. I don't have the health to play around with that. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. I don't think it's Judash's Shadow. Which is cool, but... why not? No! Not something I'm interested in. I'm going to be working towards making sure I have other series as well up. Maintaining the Undermine series, at least for a bit, because as of the time of this, I think I've only had one episode come out. Did I have two? I only looked at the statistics for one episode. I think only one episode came out. It did pretty good. I was happy with how it did at that point. So, we'll see how it goes throughout the series. I like that game. It's cool. Also, that's awesome. Hello. I always love it when someone picks up a game, because I've like kind of, quote unquote, if you want to put it that way, but like introduce someone to it. Even if it's just as simple as like, hey guys, ah! Good lord! I mean, I got awesome items, but nothing else here is very good. I don't want to. Oh, right. Sorry. I don't want to mess with that. Working towards getting, like, other series out, because it's, like, with comments and... Oh, my goodness. I stutter-stepped because I didn't think I hit it. The positive response has made me, you know, getting more back into recording videos and stuff, which is awesome, because I love recording videos and stuff. A lot of it has just been the like motivation getting like poopy. Motivation's a fickle mistress. She comes when she decides to. You cannot force, at least in my situation, you cannot force the motivation. And also, I just, working on harder things in school have been, not taxing, but they're harder. They literally require, you know, a little more effort, which I like. Actually, I have an assignment due tomorrow, which is my absolute least favorite kind of assignment, and I hate it. Here's a pro tip for anyone who wants to become a teacher or do literally anything with teaching. Do not give me an assignment that is worth no points. The assignment is worth 0% of my grade. I understand presenting it as it's good to have practice for things. I won't pretend like I couldn't use more practice in things. Heck yes. Excellent buy right there. Because practice is just such a huge part of any technical field. Drawing, mechanic, You have to learn those things. You have to become more comfortable with them. When you give me an assignment that's worth no points, it's kind of the equivalent of saying, hey, can you come into work? I won't pay you. Not a good mentality necessarily, but why would I do it? I think... Did we go up or down last time? I think I went down last time. I literally have no clue what that is. That is excellent. Because this is my way to generate hearts. And I got it in the best location. Okay, the beginning of the run, technically. But where I got it is extremely good. I thought I only got one charge each time. Ow. I get two in here now? Is that how it always was? I could have sworn you only get one charge. One charge per wave. I knew you could get multiple charges, because every wave was another charge. Neat. And if I maintain my sustainability, I'll try to do like as much as possible. Like, it's a little more fun that way when I have something like this stupid overpowered. Or at least right now it feels stupid overpowered. Obviously, okay, I have the book. It's pretty overpowered. Like the other run I had, it's harder when your sustainability system is just like good play. Weird way to put it. But in the last May episode I had, I believe it was May, it was play well or die, basically. But this time I have, you know, a form of sustainability in the... Is this a Satanic Bible? I didn't read when it popped up, so I don't remember what it is. Awesome is what it is. Hello. Bloody Lust. I don't know if that was in the... No, okay. I believe that was in the game when I was playing. I think it was some unlock for Samson. I want to say Delirium? Because I don't believe I ever did Delirium with Samson, because I genuinely just got fed up with the game at that point. I don't like Delirium. Very poorly designed. It takes the control out of the player's hands, which is almost literally the worst thing you can do.
And I know that because I learned that in school.
It is not a meaningful choice. A meaningful choice would be... Or, I guess, technically be like meaningful actions, but how you choose to dodge and handle situations like keys becomes a meaningful choice, so long as you have one. Which Enter the Gungeon does amazingly, because I believe now, with the newest update, every single... will this make everything go wibbly-wobbly? Very weird, but no, please don't. I know that's not the optimal strat, but I also would like to go fast. Ow! Absolutely not the optimal strat. Just take damage. Optimal strats. Yes, I know there was a key there. No, I do not care about that key. But it's one of the harder things is no, I don't want that. Is making it so that the player's choices feel meaningful / rewarding. Because heck yes. Oops, I think I wasted that. The more power put into the player's hands, it's one of the reasons why, like, Dark Souls kind of is beloved by so many people, even though it's a ridiculously hard game. I know that once you've mastered it, it's not a hard game, but for the general public, it's a very difficult game. Saying that as someone who's beaten every Dark Souls game a plethora of times. Nope, not good. Boink. But the enemy, because of the systems put in the game, even though you do get punished with death and potential loss of souls, it... I don't know what that is, so I don't want it. Always maintains that semblance of... Even in death, a lot of the time the player is making progress. It's the same way Super Meat Boy has one of the best systems for, like, player life I've seen in any game. Or, sorry, player death more. Because the respawn time is, like, maybe literally 1 second. Actually, no, maybe literally less than 1 second. But you are... I believe that's just down, and we want to go here because we're doing well enough. But with Super Meat Boy, it's the respawn is you dead. Sorry, you dead. You died, and immediately you are given. Okay, it wasn't what I thought. Right, it's the question mark floor, not. Gotcha. You are given another try, like, immediately. There is, like, no downtime. We're gonna go with, Bloodshot. I don't know if that's super good. We're gonna go with... I believe that's, like, the turret. I'm gonna take it. No, it's analog tears. I don't like analog tears. Right, I just had this. No. But the concept of putting, like, that control just back into the, or sorry, like, making it so that even though death, hypothetically the worst thing that can happen to you in any game, death loss, is not a major punishment because of the system set in place. God dang it. Hold on. Does he just have traditional boss armor? He might just have he might have damage caps on him. Because it feels like fighting him this way, I have a short window. Maybe I'm wrong? It felt like I had a short window of doing a lot of damage, and then I just was dealing nothing, but I guess I was not making it up, but dang it, that was dumb. Oh, you know what? It might just be right now that I'm just doing more damage. I think it's the sustained fire rate, potentially, of what's it called? We have up. No. I'm not going to go to Delirium now. I will go to Delirium if at the end of the chest I'm doing well enough health-wise. Because one, it's just a really big floor, which can be a little draining. How do you guys feel about that with, like, roguelites that get really draining? Sometimes not roguelites that get draining, obviously. If it gets draining, it is draining. But how long does a roguelite need to run to become draining? Which, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I talked about this in another episode, but for anyone who wasn't there for that episode, or wants to answer again, because I legitimately do not remember if I asked it or not, what length starts to make it become draining? And I'm talking about your average run, not like, hey, I have all of these synergies that allow me to, it's like when you need to bomb things to just, like, purposely try to break the game. Stuff like that. I would not count that as a run that became draining. Or it could. But the concept that I'm talking about is, like, if you do every single floor in Enter the Gungeon, right now, all the secret floors, you're doing, like, 10 floors? Or something, that starts to become a little draining. And also, one of the floors is just very stressful, which I don't like. Just because you have to go to the oubliette and then carry the, I think it's called the Old Crest, or whatever. It's a shield that must be carried to the next floor, to the shrine, in order to go to the, I don't remember what the area is called. But sometimes that gets a little draining, actually trying to go through everything. Because those runs can last, like, an hour and a half. Sometimes longer, depending on, like, how powerful you were. So, for my thought process, I do not want that tech because it will ruin me. But with the a roguelite like light, don't care. When the average run is 45 minutes to an hour, I think that's good for me. Not at the point where you're, like, brand new and learning it, because if I'm brand new and learning it, I left Little Gish here. I don't want to leave Little Gish here. I like Gish. He's a cool dude. But obviously, when you're learning the patterns and stuff, they will be, ironically, actually shorter. Because you'll just die quicker, usually. But, for argument's sake, they'll be longer. Just natively, they'll just be longer. So. Yeah. They're all items, so we'll definitely hit that. So that's kind of one of today's 100 questions, because I was going to set it up to have, like, just question of the days when I was doing Pokemon. But then I realized, and maybe this isn't, no. I don't like that tier effect, and I think it'll mess up everything I have going for me. But so I was basically going to do it. I was just going to post it as the first comment. But then I found out that I can't do that until the video has gone live. So I either have to make the video go live and then immediately close it, which I don't want to do, or it'll come later, so people who watch it earlier will not see that comment anyway. I can always put it in the description. But at this point, no. I just won't do it that way. Yeah, we're confident. We're confident. I mean, we might lose. It's pretty 50-50, but I'm fairly confident that we can beat Blue Baby. Oh look, Delirium's floor. What happened to Blue Baby? Sorry, the Void. This is actually another... I just remembered this, so I haven't, legitimately have not gone to this floor in maybe 2 years. Maybe longer. I don't know how long this has been out. But... not knowing where the boss is annoying as hell. Because you just have... you might have to fight like 7 bosses here. But this floor is just reused assets. Which is really lame. I know it would remove, like, a little bit of the fun. Here's a way to make Delirium unique. Every form he can transform onto is a new boss on this floor, and you cannot access the actual Delirium fight until you have actually killed all of the bosses on the floor. Yes, it would make the floor stupid long because I think there are like 8... there's like 4 to 8 bosses on this floor. You literally don't know which boss door unless there's some kind of really weird trick. But I don't see anything different on the door. So those are my thoughts on how you could improve this. Also, if he's going to teleport, always make it, as weird as it is, like obvious that he's teleporting. So like... Little Horn teleports. He jumps, or whatever. He goes in the portal. I'm trying to think of all the... any boss that, like, goes underground and gets iframes, just do what the Hush does, and just seep into the ground, transform forms, come back up. I'm perfectly fine with that. That's cooler. That's another way you could fix this boss. Thank you so very much for watching, everyone. I do not know why we won that. I know why. We were stupid strong. But that's crazy cool that the first time I actually went there, I beat it. Nice. That's cool. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Thank you very much for the comments. They've been super helpful. They've, just been fun for me to read and respond to. Sorry, sometimes it takes me a couple days. A lot of the times I think I responded to it, or I see it on my phone and then forget. But I am always trying to respond to them. And they've helped out a lot. It's very helpful. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.